In this video, I'll be sharing with you 10 cheapest, expensive smelling fragrances for fall 2020. If you are curious to find out, stay with me. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're first time here, my name is Mehdi. I'm advising and reviewing fragrances. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel to get notifications by my new uploads. Without further ado, I want to start by CK1 Shock at number 10 spot. CK1 Shock is a tobacco based fragrance. If you have no idea about tobacco notes and if you don't like at all or you don't know how is the scent of tobacco, this is one of the best fragrances to start with. At the opening, fragrance is cozy, wet tobacco-y and kinda jammy. Reminds me of opening of 1 Million by Paco Rabanne. In that genre, like 70% not identical, but at the dry down we have another story. We have not that wet tobacco-y jammy vibe. We have suntan lotion and dry clean type of fragrance. So opening is tobacco-y, wet, cozy. Dry down is suntan lotion and clean. So in the brief, this fragrance is wet, tobacco-y, jammy, sweet at the opening and suntan lotion-y without any jammy and tobacco-y vibe. At the dry down, performances depends, I can say, on which batch you get. Some of the batches like mine is below average, some are above average. By this price, 25 bucks for 200 ml, I believe you cannot go wrong by any of these batches. For next, we have Ecxellus from House of Armaf at number 9 spot. This is one of those expensive smelling Armaf fragrances, I can say, at the opening and at the dry down. Smells a bit citrusy at the top, drops of citrusiness. I can get again drops of booziness. It is not that much dominated. Dominated note here is leather. It is leathery, sweet, slightly boozy by woody base. So I believe this is very close to CH Man and CH Man Privé by House of Cologne. I can catch vibes than both of those fragrances. A bit that grassiness or that sexiness of CH Man regular and that leathery booziness of CH Man Privé. I can say it is kind of hybrid of both of those fragrances. At the opening and dry down, this fragrance is very pleasant, but I am a bit into dry down of this fragrance. At the opening is slightly sweeter and more citrusy. At the dry down will turn to leathery, woody and slightly boozy by hints of sweetness at the back. Performance is above average by this one. Projection is for first hour noticeable. Complimenting factor is good. Ladies' reactions, very good. Next one is Prestige from House of Cuba. A very fantastic cheapie. It is citrusy, gourmand, edible, sweet, dark by overburnt caramelly vibe. Citrusy and overburnt caramelly vibes are main players here. So reminds me of Amen by Thierry Mugler, almost identical, but this one is easier to wear compared to that one. Absolutely more well balanced and citrusier compared to Thierry Mugler's Amen and more wearable, easy to like by first sniff. Cuba Prestige is one of the most perfect fragrances for fall. In my humble opinion, it is powerful but not enough to my taste. For winter, I need a bit more powerful fragrances and too powerful for summer. It is great for spring and fall. By this price, maximum 10 bucks for 100 ml. It is too good for this price. You cannot go wrong absolutely by this one. And performance is average, near to good, I can say by this one, like good 5 hours by first hour projection as yes. For 10 bucks, it's very good. For next, I have here one of the best vetiver based fragrances out there, in my opinion, Lalique Encre Noire. This fragrance is black and white, nothing gray. Love or hate, and absolutely polarizing and not for blind buy. For me, took time to get connected by my body chemistry. Was not a love at the first sniff, but I was guessing that this fragrance can be a love for me because I am into dark fragrances. In the brief, Lalique Encre Noire is inky, woody, green. Smells like drop of ink exactly, and some green nuances because of cypress and woody dry vibes because of vetiver. It is dry, green, inky. Best seasons for this fragrance is except summer all season round. Very good for cool springs, fall, winter. I can get good performance by this one at the spring, at the fall. It is near to good, and at the winter is below average. By this one, by first hour projection and sillage. Complimenting factor is okay, not good, not bad, but I have gotten few compliments by this one. By first hour projection, soft projection and sillage. By 30 bucks for 100 ml, this fragrance is also too good. For next, we have here at number 6 spot from house of Bentley For Men. We have also another fragrance, Bentley For Men Intense, which is more famous compared to this one. You can also see differences between color of the juices, but I believe Bentley For Men Intense is too potent for fall for my taste. But if you are on a budget or you don't want to purchase two fragrances, I suggest you only go by Bentley For Men Intense, which you can wear it also for winter. This fragrance is not that powerful for winter. Scent of the fragrance is boozy. Main atmosphere is boozy, slightly spicy and sweet, toned down sweetness because of cinnamon, leathery and resiny. So fragrance is very niche, complex and mature. Scent profile of this fragrance is not for everyone. It is also not blind buy worthy and rare type of scent profile. I mean, you cannot come across or find these type of fragrances easily in the designer game. So for this price, you're gonna get niche quality absolutely by this one. Fragrance is very mature. I suggest 25 and older, not for everyone, and dressed up. This absolutely, for me, it is not casual. Jeans and t-shirts, hell no, will shine way better dressed up. Now we are at top 5. List is getting dangerous. Great picks are coming up. So for me, this fragrance is one of the best, at top 5 best Zara fragrances out there. At number 5 spot, Zara Night Prom 5. So this is 2020 release of this house. One of the best, cheapest, closest alternatives for Baccarat Rouge 540. Absolutely almost identical. 15 bucks, but it smells exactly 200 bucks. If you have smelled Baccarat Rouge, copy paste exactly like Baccarat Rouge. But if you haven't smelled that, if you have no idea about scent profile of this fragrance, it is slightly citrusy, like drops of citruses at the top, by candy flossy atmosphere and saffron. Smells like burnt candy floss plus some citruses. In terms of performance, this is one of the best in house of Zara. It is like for 5 hours, but compared to other fragrances out there, it is like below average. But compared to house of Zara, it is the best performance, because most Zara fragrances are maximum 2 to 3 hours. In terms of longevity, by 6-7 sprays you can get better projection and sillage, like 1 hour, hour and a half projection and sillage. Will not help to the longevity, but will help to the projection and sillage. DNA of Baccarat Rouge is one of most copied, successful, sold and complimented DNAs. This fragrance is as well not my cup of tea, but I am sure you're gonna get good reactions and compliments by this fragrance. You're gonna get also better reactions in dressed up situations. It's not that much casual smelling fragrance. It's nice, dressed up and very sexy for close encounters and date situations. For next, I have here one of the best coffee-based, coffee-smelling fragrances in the cheapy game. By more prices, you can find better coffee-based fragrances for sure, but by 25-30 bucks price tag, this one is one of the best, hands down. Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo. Scent of this fragrance is very cozy, sweet, spicy, woody, by dominated coffee notes. Coffee is roasted, sweetened. I can catch tonka, a bit of spices and woods at the base. So for this DNA, performance of this fragrance is not good. It is like 5 hours, because it has that potential to be like 12 hours plus type of performer, because it is gourmand, it is dark and it is sweet fragrance. But it is perfect for fall and spring. I don't prefer it that much for winter, maybe indoors, but it is perfect for fall. Atmosphere of this fragrance is very inviting, exactly like a cup of coffee. Everybody will appreciate scent of coffee on you, or will accept at least your invite to a cup of coffee. This fragrance is as well. This very mass pleasing type of fragrance. 5 hours longevity of this fragrance on my skin by first hour, projection and sillage, and great complimenting factors, especially from ladies. For next, one of the best jobs from house of Rasasi, hands down at number 3 spot, Rasasi Daarej. Atmosphere of the fragrance is oriental, spicy, floral, sweet. Spices like cumin and cardamom, but cumin is much more dominated, prominent compared to cardamom. I can catch rose as a floral note, as a dominated floral note, and sweetness comes from vanilla. So it is spicy, floral and sweet type of fragrance by insane performance. It's like 10-12 hours plus easily on my skin by 2-3 hours. Great projection and sillage. You can find this fragrance between 20 to 30 bucks, sometimes even under 20 bucks. You can find this fragrance on the discounters. Smells very high quality, like Valentino V, which is already discontinued and is around 200-250 bucks on eBay. And after 5-6 hours turns a bit like Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male on my skin. Maybe it is only my experience, but I can get like 50-60% Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male after 5-6 hours than this fragrance. This type DNAs are very sexy, like Le Male, like Valentino V, sweet, oriental, spicy type of fragrances. Very safe but not blind buy worthy. That's why, because of that sexiness and sweetness, I prefer this fragrance for date situations, close encounters, especially for fall and winter. You cannot go wrong by this fragrance, absolutely. I believe by this price, this is one of the must-haves in any man collection. Next fragrance is Davidoff Cool Water Intense Eau de Parfum. Some likes this fragrance for spring and summer. To my taste, this is too potent, concentrated and sweet smelling fragrance for spring and summer. I prefer it for fall and winter better. Scent profile of this fragrance is fougere. I can feel some fougere vibe than this fragrance, but it's not mentioned in the note breakdown. I can get like lavendery vibe than this fragrance. It is creamy, sweet, ambroxan. I can get also ambroxan. In the brief, it is sweet, woody, creamy type of fragrance by Blue Atmosphere. Performance is 10-12 hours plus easily on my skin. By first hour and a half, average, below average projection and sillage. I cannot get that much wow projection and sillage than this fragrance. Some says they can get great projection than this fragrance. For me, is average, concentrated and like a strong skin scent type of projection and sillage. Davidoff Cool Water Intense. Okay, so at number 1 spot, what can I suggest to you as a best fragrance for fall 2020? What is the greatest value for your hard-earned money? I believe you cannot find anything, any fragrance better than Oshas Mustache EDP, hands down. 30 bucks, 125 ml, niche quality. Atmosphere of this fragrance is very dressed up, stylish, nighttime smelling. It is floral, oriental, very wearable, easy to wear, resiny and sweet. So resins are here like benzoin, very soft type of resin. It gives to you papery, dusty vibe in a very soft way. Roses here jammy. I can catch sweetness of vanilla and hints of citruses. Citruses are not that much prominent here. It is in the brief like candied rose. I can talk about this fragrance so long, but I want to make it brief because of a lots of great factors like massive size, 125 ml, great scent profile, great complementing factor, performance and concentration of the parfum. You cannot go wrong absolutely by Oshas Mustache. I believe this is the best fragrance that I can suggest you for fall 2020. Don't forget subscribe the channel. That was today's video. I hope it was useful. If you have any opinion, suggestion, question, let me know in the comments below. I will answer you. See you in another video.